Today's Psalms finishes out chapter 19, which gives us an understanding of what our prayers ought to look like and also a glimpse of the triune God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So here we go. Again, last verse of the chapter 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. So David is asking, Lord, let both my spoken and silent prayers be acceptable to you. Now, when we hear the word acceptable to God in the Old Testament, it's usually around an offering or some kind of sacrifice. If the sacrifice that the sinner is putting forth is acceptable, then God consumes it in the literal sense, like Old Testament glory of the Lord would consume ancient Israel's burnt offerings. Or in the New Testament, you have Christ's sacrifice. Christ rose up on the third day. If Christ was not an acceptable sacrifice, the tomb wouldn't have been found empty. But Christ was the perfect substitutionary sacrifice. Jesus was without sin. He became sin on our behalf. And because he was an acceptable, perfect sacrifice, the Lamb without blemish, the Lord rose him up and vacated the tomb. Now, David finishes out today's psalm identifying the three persons of God. He says, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Lord being God the Father. The rock, that's what gives us strength, or the Holy Spirit. And then the redeemer, who is Christ, who literally redeems us from the ransom that our sin builds up. So again, this is truly incredible, seeing that this psalm, written hundreds of years before Christ enters time, and it identifies Christ as our Redeemer, along with the other two persons of the triune God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, all of which is given to us in today's Psalms that was written hundreds of years before the New Testament ever came about. So some fascinating stuff there. I thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and God bless.